Alright, so today our instructions are to solve our problem by completing the square. So our problem is x squared minus 6x plus 13 equals 0. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to set x squared equal to 13. So we'll do x squared minus 6x. So to get it to the other side, we're going to do minus 13 and minus 13. So we'll have equals negative 13. Alright, now from here, what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to find x squared minus 6x plus something equals negative 13. And because we added that something to this side, we have to add that something to this side as well. So now to find that something, we're going to take our term, our b term, which is negative 6, and we're going to cut it in half and square it. So we'll have negative 3 squared, which is 9. So what we did to get 9, just a quick summary, we took half of our negative 6, divided it by 2 to get negative 3, and squared that. Right, so from here, we're going to add our 9 into our problem. We're going to add like terms. So we have x squared minus 6x plus 9, which was our something, and that'll equal negative 4. So from here, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to factor our left side. Now we need to come up with a term that when multiplied equals AC, so 9x squared, and when added equals negative 6x. So right away I think of x minus 3 and x minus 3 equals negative 4. To check that, we can FOIL it back out. So we'll have x squared minus 3x minus 3x plus 9. So we have our x squared minus 6x plus 9. So that checks out. So now we're going to come back over here. We have x minus 3. So if we have 2 copies of that, we're going to square that equals negative 4. Now to get rid of the square, because we had our 2 copies, we are going to square root that. So let's square root that, and what we do to one side we have to do to the other. So now we'll have on our left side, we'll have x minus 3, but over here we have a negative, so we're going to do equals I times the square root of 4. Well, I times the square root of 4 equals 2I. But that's going to be plus or minus 2I. So we have x minus 3 equals plus or minus 2I. So now we want to get x by itself, so we'll add 3 to the other side. So we have x equals plus 3 plus 3. Oops. We have x equals 3 plus or minus 2I. And from here, let's just separate terms. X equals 3 plus 2I. X equals 3 minus 2I. And that's it.